Hello everyone and welcome to the 7th round of the Pwcom World Cup of Motorsports. Here we are at the Negev International Circuit, a 4.12 mile road course located in the Negev Desert in Israel. For what we hope will be an exciting and entertaining race. Some news coming here this week, a possible rivalry brewing between the SkyTech Racing teammates, especially over what's happened the last 2 weeks. Silly season possibly about to begin in a few races, and of course the Irish Hills 400 coming up in 3 or 4 weeks. It's going to be exciting. It's the biggest race in Pwcom, but we're here getting ready to go racing here today. Arthur Laurenhurst will start on the pole. Urshenzu and Becca will start second. Lucia Delacroix starting third. Nathan McCain starting fourth. And Johan Arndt starting fifth. The number 5 team bringing the speed back, possibly. Let's see how they do today, as well as the 2 SkyTech Racing teammates. We'll see how they go in this race. But let's take you down trackside to hear the most famous words in all of motorsports.
Drivers, start your engines!
And there's the command to fire up these engines as these 28 cars will begin to roll off and get ready to go racing here at the Negev International Circuit. As mentioned in the pre-race, Arthur Laurenhurst will start on the pole with Urshenzu Beckhoff on his outside. And third will be Lucia Delacroix. And in fourth is Nathan McCain. In fifth, the man having his best career start will be Johan Arndt. And that is your top 5 as we get ready to go racing here at Negev in Israel. Pace cars about to pull off. 28 cars, 14 teams, 5 manufacturers, but there will only be 1 winner coming out of here today. As race 7 is about to begin, green flag is in the air and we're underway here at Negev. Cars begin to make their way off these first couple of corners. Looks like there was an incident in the back. Yes, looks like that's the number 2 is Max Anderson. Oh, and the number 27 is David Loveland with a lot of front end damage. That is an unfortunate break for that Fitzwater Team Australia team car. As these cars begin to come down here, this bit of a jump scare. Some of these teams have been calling. These cars are plenty strong enough to make it down there, but it's a bit of a scare as these cars going 2 and 3 wide in the back. The owner's trying to pull away here in the early part of this race. Nathan McCain and the 2 SkyTech cars close in tow. Looks like the front 4 cars are trying to break away a little bit here as cars still going 2 and 3 wide. As it looks like there might have been another incident in the back as well, possibly between the 2 Ardwitz Loose Lad racing cars. As we're going back up to the front, cars beginning to single file their way through the pack here. Looks like the number 5 will lead lap 1. The front 4 cars again beginning to pull away, but Arthur Laurenhurst will lead lap 1 with Nathan McCain in second, and the 2 SkyTech Racing cars in third and fourth. It's been an interesting early part of the season for these 3 teams. Vanquish Tech was very quick at the early part of the season, particularly with Arthur Laurenhurst. Princeton Engineering has been very fast overall. Nathan McCain has been arguably the fastest car each and every week. And the 2 SkyTech teams struggled early in the season, started making their way up. These last couple of races though have been kind of shaky for the team as they've had their own set of personal issues that they're battling for third. Zoom Beckhoff cost both him and his teammate a chance at a possible win, but definitely a good finish a couple races ago. And then in the last race, Zoom Beckhoff kind of blocked his teammate from passing him for second, possibly getting a chance to beat Sebastian Maynard. It's going to be interesting to see how those 2 teammates react to each other in this race. As there was a battle for the lead between the number 5 and the number 20. Number 20 of Nathan McCain. Again, there's a little bit of a bump there. Nathan McCain shoving the number 5 car out of the way as it looks like Zoom Beckhoff in the number 3 is going to try to take advantage of that and try to pass Laurenhurst there, and it looks like he will complete the pass. A good job by Zoom Beckhoff to see what was happening in front of him and make that pass. Front 4 cars trying to trying to pull away from the rest of this pack as Nicholas Lotharovine is in 5th place right now. But up at the front, looks like the number 20 of Nathan McCain will lead lap number 2, with the number 3 of Ersan Zumbekov close in tow. The number 20 team will lead lap number 2. There's a bit of the early incident in this race. Looks like just a little bit of a stack up there. Max Anderson got to the side of Tanetta Rumdy, which got into David Loveland. An unfortunate break for the number 2017 as that car got too much damage. A tough break for both of those drivers. Another incident that happened here on lap 1 between number 14 of Cicerelli Barakadid and Adam Vincent in the 26. Looks like the 14 pushed the 26 in the sand, got the number 25 of Seppo Nara in trouble as well as the number 13 of Ryder Smith. An unfortunate break for those 3 drivers. A couple more incidents happened here. First off, with the number 11 of Zicky Marley getting to the back of Zachary Fitzwater Sr. And as they were coming around to the next corner, Audrey Baranowskis pretty much tried to run over Sebastian Maynard, which got into the number 9 of Austin Stonewall. That is a really disappointing break for the young American, who's not been having very much luck at the beginning of this year. Tough break for the number 19. Right after that incident, as the 15 of Audrey Baranowskis was trying to get back in line, the number 12 of Joshua Hyatt basically dumped the 15 car, putting him into the wall. An unfortunate break for the 15 team. They would get damaged and eventually fall out of the race. A tough break for the 15 of Audrey Baranowskis and the Flying Aces racing team. And back up to the front, looks like there's a battle for third between the number 5 of Lowenhurst and the number 4 of Lucia LaCroix, trying to make a move down here. Oh, there's smoke. It looks like the number 3 of Zumbekov just spun out the number 20 of Nathan McCain. Just spun him out for the lead, as there's now going to be a battle, and another battle for the lead. Here comes the number 5 of Lowenhurst down to the inside, going from 3rd to 1st in a couple of corners. Man, that was a very interesting move. We're going to see in a second what happened there. But the number 5, Arthur Lowenhurst, goes from 3rd to 1st. And let's go look at what happened in that incident. As they're coming out into this tight chicane, just looks like the 20 just checked him a bit too early in that corner. Zumbekov didn't realize it, had nowhere to go. It's a tough break for the number 20 Crimson Engineering team, having a great race so far. But he's going to fall back to the middle of the pack here. Tough break for the 20 team. Back up to the front, the number 5 of Arthur Lowenhurst trying to get away from these 2 SkyTech racing cars. Although it's been a big battle. It looks like Lotharovine is up to 4th. Battle also for 5th here between, I believe that's Joanne Arndt and Tanana Ramdi. Battling for 5th. It's been a great race for that number 17 Petronas Honda. Arguably his best race of the year. Gets the pass completed and puts himself in the top 5. Here to the next lap. 2 SkyTech racing cars beginning to track the number 5 of Arthur Lowenhurst down. As also the number 22 of Nicholas Lotharovine. Oh, the number 3 just gave the number 5 a shove. Both SkyTech racing cars are going to try to pass Lowenhurst there. Looks like Lowenhurst will try to get a run as he goes into the dirt there a little bit. A bit of a push there by the number 3 car to get past Lowenhurst for the lead. Let's see as they come down here the corner. It looks like, believe Delacroix will get the move done here. Yes, she does. 1-2 SkyTech Racing after that very interesting move to get by the number 5. And back further in the back, the number 3 of number 23, excuse me, Hashimoto just got into the number 20 of Nathan McCain, pushed him into the dirt. That's pushed him into the sand. Just another tough break for the number 20 team, making a good day, go from bad to worse. Tough break for them. As we're going back here. Whoa! What happened there? The number 4 of Lucia Delacroix just spun out the number 3 of Erjan Zumbekov. That may have been retaliation for the last 2 races. That is a shocking move right there. The number 4 of Delacroix just spun out her teammate. That is going to be a very interesting talk back at the shop. Battling for the lead, and Delacroix just basically dumped the number 4, as he's now fallen back to, I believe, 6th or 7th. As there's now looking like there's going to be a battle for the lead again here. Lowenhurst trying to get back up to the lead here. And that was a very interesting incident. So here it goes. Looks like Zumbeca was about to get passed again for, I believe, that will be that 8th position. Gets passed by Barakadid and Reina Hiroshi as well, trying to get by the number 3. I'm sure that all that sand and stuff is definitely affecting that car. And it's going to be interesting to see as we get through the rest of this race and into the next couple of races what the situation will be for the SkyTech Racing team and see if anything comes from this. It's going to be very interesting to watch. As the field begins to make their way down pit road, Lucia LaCroix bringing basically the entire field down here. Going to see who will be the winners and the losers of this pit stop. Lucia LaCroix makes her way down pit road as Austin Stonewall and his heavily damaged number 9 gets his lap back. See who will be the big winners and the big losers down on pit road. Looks like everybody's going to come in here, put 4 tires, fill it up full of fuel. As it looks like, let's see who wins. I've heard, the number 5 of Arthur Lowenhurst will beat the number 4 down the road. There's a little bit of an incident there between the Crimson Engineering cars coming off. But the number 5 of Arthur Lowenhurst will beat them down pit road. A fantastic pit stop for the number 5 team as he makes his way from being in second up to the lead. Looks like the Theravine in 3rd and Tanetta Romney is in 4th place. We're going here through the back of the field. It looks like there's a battle here for about 10th or 11th between hometown hero Taylor Wallish and the number 18 of Reina Hiroshi. And it looks like Reina Hiroshi will be able to pass for the number 6 car and keep that position. Unfortunately for Troy Oak, the number 7, something happened to his car and he would fall out of the race. Unfortunate break for the 17. There's a battle here for 2nd position between the number 19 of Tanetta Romney and the number 4 of Lucilla LaCroix, battling for 2nd here. Looks like Tanetta Romney will complete the pass. And Nicholas Lavine having a great race in 4th, looking like he's going to try to get himself up into a podium position. Nice job by the 22 team. There's a backup here for the battle for 3rd, now battling for 3rd. With Ravine trying to make the pass here on the number 4 of Lucilla LaCroix. The fastest lap of the race actually belongs to Joanne Arndt, which unfortunately lost a couple positions on pit road and is now sitting in 10th place currently. Looks like the number 4 will be able to stay in front of the number 22 car. It's been a rough year for the Theravine, but it looks like that 22 team's definitely brought a strong car. The Lethinen Racing Finland team something just happened there. The 22 just dumped the number 4 of Lucilla LaCroix. Huge incident, huge contact near the inside wall. That is going to definitely be something the Pwcom officials are going to have to look at. That was a very aggressive move by the number 22 team. Let's go see what happened in a replay. And the number 22 basically just turned the number 4, and that was a hard hit by the number 4 car. Man, that is an unfortunate break after running in the top 3 all race long. And let's see the onboard here. He's going on board with the number 4. She had no idea what was happening, just got plain dumped. That is definitely going to take Anita Storrs' inquiry. The Pwcom official will absolutely be taking a look at that because that was completely unnecessary. As the Theravine would also lose a spot after that to Sebastian Maynard, the person who won the last race at CCIR, making his way up. Started out in the bottom half of the top 10 and is making his way up, and has now made his way up to 3rd. We need to see if he's going to be a factor at the end of this race. As here they come. Looks like there's about to be a battle for the lead here between the Vanquish Tech and Crimson Engineering cars. The number 5 of Arthur Lowenhurst and the number 19 of Tanetta Romney, both former champions. Each having their own varying degrees of successes here. Obviously, Lowenhurst was very dominant in the early part of the season. Tenere Rumdy's had a very solid season. Hasn't won a race yet, but is looking to win here today. Both cars very strong, and wouldn't be surprised if this was the battle for the win here before the end of this race. As here they come down pit road. This should be the last pit stop of the race here. These guys are right on their fuel windows. It's going to be interesting to see if everyone can make it on fuel, see if anyone takes a gamble, maybe tries to stay at another lap. Number 5 makes his way down pit road. Everyone should be coming in here for 4 tires. It'd be a surprise if anybody came in for 2 or fuel. As they're coming in here, number 5 off the learner is going to try to see if he can stay out in front of the field, not make any mistakes on pit road. As they, whoa! The number 22 of Nicholas Tulferavine had a very, very quick pit stop there. He got 4 tires, but man, that number 22 team got him out there quickly, right on the back bumper of the number 5 of Arthur Lorimer's. This Lehtinen Racing Finland team, man, they've been struggling this season. But it looks like that they might have a chance here to possibly take this lead away from the number 5 team. A great pit stop by the number 22, putting himself right back in contention for victory in this race. The number 5, Arthur Lunas, is going to have his hands full here of that number 22 car. Going to be interesting to see if the 22 can keep up and have a good enough speed in this last part of the race. There's a battle for second here between Tenere Rumdy easily passing the number 22. It was a great pit stop, a great strategy call by the 22 team, but the number 19, Tenere Rumdy's just had a great speed all race long. As we're coming down here, we're coming down to 6 laps to go, this time by Arthur Lernhurst, trying to win his 3rd race of the season. Can he do it? On your next lap, the 5 laps to go here. Battling for the lead. The Tenere Rumdy definitely has a faster car than the number 5 this last run. But can the number 19 team pass the number 5 and bring another victory to Crimson Engineering? Sprint 3 cars, less than a second apart. Really going to be interesting to see here in these last couple of laps if the number 19 team can pull it off. As there he goes with a big dive of, nearly got into the back of the number 5. Lerner's now obviously in a heavy blocking situation here, has to protect the lead. As they're coming down, here comes the number 19 trying to push for everything that they've got, trying to make a move here. Got to be careful here though, you don't want to battle too much because that 22 of Theravine is there ready to pounce. Side by side as they come into this corner. Coming down the straightaway, coming to the next corner. Looks like the 19 team might get the run. No! Lornhurst dives it down in there. Tries to keep the lead. The number 19's all over the Lornhurst back bumper. Arumdi trying to get the 19 their first win of the season. Lornhurst trying to get his 3rd win and even increase his points lead. The number 22 of Theravine trying to go from the bottom of the standings to winning his first race of the season and bringing some hope to this Lehtinen Racing Finland team, which has struggled so far this year. But here they come down the straightaway. The number 19, Crimson Engineering Nissan, trying to pick up the draft, trying to make a move here on the number 5. The number 5 trying to protect the lead here. We're coming down to the last couple of laps. Here they come. The number 19 gives the number 5 Lornhurst a bump. Lornhurst trying to drive, but he drives into the stand. The number 19 of Tenere Rumdy will take the lead here. The number 22 of Theravine will go up to 2nd, and Lornhurst will fall back to 3rd. A great pass. The number 19, Tenere Rumdy, takes the lead here. As we're going back here, a bit of an incident happened here between the number 18 of Werner Rossi and the number 1 of Sebastian Maynard. Sebastian Maynard pretty much just turned the number 18. And a hard hit in the wall. She would keep going though. It's going to be interesting to see if that damage will force her to come down pit road. That car is definitely going to be limping around the track with only a couple of laps to go. Wouldn't be surprised if she tries to stay out there and try to finish this race. And here we go, another battle for second here. Loner's trying to make the pass back on the number 22 car. Trying to get back up to second and maybe try to get back at Arondi here before the end of the race, but we're nearing the finish here. It's going to be very difficult for the number 5 car to get back up to the front, especially considering the 19 was faster than he was. As in fourth place is Urshan Bekoff coming back from a spin. He was over 10 seconds back at one point, had a great pit stop, and has now put himself back in a great top 5 position. But the number 5 gets by the number 22. It's going to be interesting to see if he can make any sort of comeback before the end of this race. As here they come. White flag in the air for the number 19 Crimson Engineering Nissan, and Antonetta Rondi just going to need one last clean lap to get Crimson Engineering their second win of the season and first win for the number 19 team. She is Rondi has arguably been the more consistent of the two Crimson Engineering cars. Nathan McCain has shown a bit more speed, but Rondi's definitely had a better finishing position on most weekends. So we go back here through the back here, the top 10. As Sabrina Rossi is surprisingly still in the top 10 position, although there's several cars behind her, including the number 2 of Max Anderson. So we continue to go back through the field here. Nathan McCain just a very poor run today. Got involved in 2 incidents, but his teammate Sonetta Rondi just has to make a couple more corners, and that number 19 team will sail to their first win of the season here, and the second win for Crimson Engineering. It's been a great, exciting race. A lot of battling up front, several big incidents with possible championship implications. But coming out of through these last few corners, the number 19 team getting ready to celebrate, as here they come down final corner down the straightaway. The number 5 Arthur Lernhurst had a great race, but there's not much else he could have done. The number 19 Crimson Engineering Nissan and Sonetta Rondi will come down the final straightaway and will win here at the Hanegev International Circuit. What a fantastic race. Congratulations to the entire number 19 Crimson Engineering team and Sonetta Rondi in a great victory here at Hanegev. The rest of your top 10, Lowenhurst with a close second. Third is Luther Ravine. Fourth is Bekoff. Fifth is Barakadid. Sixth is Meaner. Seventh is Marley. Eighth is Wallish. Ninth, and a great job staying in the top 10 in the Rossi. And 10th, in the underdog driver, Moshe Gurian for the Curtis Racing team. But we thank you all for watching this race. We hope you enjoyed it. And coming up here will be the burnouts and the anthem and the full finishing results. Thank you all for watching this race. We'll see you next time. God bless.